It's going to look a bit weird because we're literally live now, hopefully. But about 3 people will actually be notified, so we'll then tweet it. Okay, cool.
Okay, here I've got the link.
Yep, you are literally at live now, but they just you aware. Hi, by the way, for everyone who's watching this on the VOD later and wondering what the heck is going on. This is intentional. How do I copy that? If you've got the link, can you...
yeah.
Okay, we got it.
Go and put it in the chat.
Share it, close it, tweet it. Having some technical difficulties getting Mr. Stephen Steele on the stream, so we've gone YOLO live on my channel. Cool. And then people will start rocking up, apparently.
I love that term.
What, rocking up?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, having not thought about through the mug, I'm giving free advertisement to my employer.
Let me see. Oh, there you go. All right. Okay.
Hey, wow, cool. We've got people arriving. And they're asking, how's the neck? Yeah, how is the neck doing?
Oh my God. Not the best. I'll admit. I've got a MRSA infection in my neck, and I haven't slept in like 2 days, so I apologize for my grotesque appearance if you're watching at home and getting freaked out. It's just I've been like you don't realize like when you're sleeping, like there's no way like to not touch your neck unless you like sleep standing up or something.
Yeah, I was presuming you hang upside down from the ceiling like a bat. That's the only answer I got.
Yeah.
Isn't that how everyone sleeps?
I would hope so. Have you ever used one of those inversion tables?
I have not. I mean, I think I've vaguely seen them. Have you?
I have. Our gym actually used to have one, or we had a couple actually. They're really good. Like if you have back issues, they're really good for your back. But you can't, obviously can't be upside down for too long.
Yeah, my gym is fancy, but not that sort of fancy. Yeah, so just for people rocking up, and we have said this on Twitter. We've had a couple of problems actually getting Stephen onto the stream, which is it's fine. We don't need the host at all. So we've just gone YOLO lives, which is why I am not wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a t-shirt because this is what I was wearing. So I hope that's okay. Who doesn't keep a green screen up all times, obviously?
You got to be prepared.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who doesn't? And I can see questions are coming. Yeah, the chat's not getting any less weird. Of you guys.
Oh my God, it's like all neck related. It's gross, guys. I talked about it last night on the show. Yeah, it's gross. The doctor that saw me today, so I like unintentionally popped it myself. And the doctor that saw me today is like, next time this happens, let us be the Dr. Pimple Popper, if you've ever watched that show. So
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
It's gross. It's really gross.
Yeah.
I've never experienced, I've had, obviously, I mean, everybody's had pimples here and there, but this is like on another level. Never experienced anything like this before, so hopefully never again.
So have they got you on antibiotics?
Yes, I got my antibiotics. I got to take another one tonight, and that's what happened actually. Is I drained it myself, and that was fine. But then it like started to hurt like crazy, like more than I've ever had a pimple hurt, and it swelled up to like the size of a golf ball. And that's when I knew. I was like, okay, something's wrong here. Time to go to the doctor. And it was infected with MRSA infection.
Cripes.
And I don't like, I try to never take antibiotics, because you eventually you just wreck your immune system. But, you know, at some point you got to do what you got to do.
I've been very lucky. Last time I've taken antibiotics once in the last decade. A couple of years ago now. Wow, because it is so weird. Like, things that were a start of the 2020, and you just kind of, there's this rift, and you go, oh yeah, things happened in the before times.
The before plague times.
I got this chest infection, and oh my goodness, I remember. I'm terrible at recognizing how ill I am, so I dragged myself into work, and they were a little bit, what the hell are you doing here? I'm fine. They were, you're not fine, go home. All right, okay. So I went home, and I woke up 18 hours later. That's my timeline.
Oh my God. That's a heck of a sleep.
I felt better for it, at least. But then, it's a chest infection. Yeah, I was fighting it off and I was winning, but oh my goodness, it's so slow. And eventually I went to the doctor and went, I got a chest infection. And they went, you're right, you got a chest infection. Do you want some antibiotics? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of why I'm here, really.
Yeah.
And cleared
yes,
up
please.
almost overnight, basically. It's incredible how much of a difference they make, particularly, as I imagine it helps if you don't take them anyway. So they're, super effective because, whatever you've got is probably completely just weak to it. And it's going, aha! I found your Achilles heel. Zap!
Well, I've been bodybuilding for 7 years now, but, and I take, just vitamins, I probably take close to 60 pills a day already. So I'm not, I'm very used to, keeping on top of my vitamin regimen, and my health is usually very, very good, but this was kind of a weird one.
60, wow, that's a lot.
That's just normally when I'm getting ready for it takes me 3 months essentially to get ready for a show. And in that time it's probably about 150 pills per day.
Oh my goodness. So I've got a personal trainer, but their job is, keep me as healthy as I can be for the age I am, given the time I have, the time available to do this in. But they do tell me about the professionals they train up, and the thing that you see these guys on a magazine cover, and they go, yeah, so they're just horrendously hydrated and 30 seconds away from fainting at all times. And I go, yeah. Oh my God. And it is it's a job. This is the thing, and something people don't realize as well.
Well, actually, that's now I've told you my story. I'm sure most of the people in the chat know how I've gotten to the point that I am. But now I'm offering my services free of charge to anyone in the Dogecoin community who wants to get their health in order. And as of late, are you familiar with the Twitter account Dogecoin Rise?
I am, yes.
He's got 500,000
Yeah, I was going to say, hang on. This sounds familiar from somewhere.
Yeah. So he reached out to me and he's like, hey, man, I want to get in shape. Can you help me? And just yesterday we started, I created a custom plan for him. To basically get his body back into tip-top shape. So anybody in Dogecoin, I don't charge any money. I will create whatever custom plan that suits your lifestyle, that can be actually achievable. And that's what I do now.
Well, if you can tweet me about this time every night and say don't eat that damn snack, that'd be great, because that's my primary problem right now. Is it gets to about 8 or 9 at UK time and I'm kind of hungry, kind of want something.
That's a lot of people, man. A lot of people eat at night, which is really the worst time. Your body's getting ready to shut down. But there are certain things that you can have towards the end of the night that won't mess you up as bad.
Well, popcorn is the one that I tend to go for. If it's just very simple popcorn,
that's actually a better choice, believe it or not.
It's one of the ones my personal trainer is just going, yes, popcorn is an absolute lifesaver, because he's going to, that's how he does it. I'm also in the interesting one that I don't know, I don't think this is obvious on stream, but I'm a little bit short, and I'm also underneath this. I'm quite a small frame. Like the reason I look like a normal size is actually muscle.
So was Billy. So,
But it means to lose weight, you're gonna scream when I tell you this. I have to eat 1,600 calories a day. That's my target. Yeah.
that's less than my girlfriend.
My personal trainer was a little, that's a meal. I was a bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That my and that's less than my girlfriend has when she's dieting.
Yeah. And it's difficult to convince. The weird thing, actually, one of the problems is trying to convince people of this. They go, "That's ridiculous! Don't do this." I know, like I've tried less. Oh, dear God, I've tried less. Let's never go there again. At which point, like your body just panics at that point. But like, yeah, it's kind of 1,800, 2,000. My body stabilizes.
It's interesting with most of the top level bodybuilders have smaller frames, meaning they're smaller, shorter guys. They're just compact, and it's much easier to fill out muscle beds that are a shorter length, and those guys, the amount of muscle they put on is insane, and you. The amount of food that they can eat is incredible. Like, their maintenance is like 5,000 calories.
Okay, more lifting. I got it. Okay, good.
Yeah, heavier lifting.
I mean, at the moment, so I'm about 70 kilograms currently, which is heavy for me.
What is that in freedom units?
I just double everything. Just presume it's twice.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit over. Hang on. Let's actually look this up.
154.
I was going to 70 kilograms and that'll be 155. And then we've got me lifting. Let's do this up. So I can lift 240 pounds. I cannot lift 250 pounds. We've discovered that one through science.
By lift, what lift are you referring to? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm getting there. It also confuses me because I don't look like I can lift 240 pounds, and then I'll be there in the gym and my trainer will be loading bars up and I get this look of, do you two know what you're doing? And then they'll lift it and they'll just be kind of,
oh. The deadlift is actually my personal specialty. Like that's, everybody's got their specialized lift. I was always, when I was doing, I never competed in powerlifting, but I always messed around with powerlifting. And my PR deadlift is 317 kg.
Wow. Because to me, that the 110 kilogram bar I'm lifting is crazy. And triple that. Wow, that's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I see Andreas going Project 2022 Ross bulk. The thing is, Ross is bulked. There's just a layer of fat over it all, so it's actually Ross thinning without losing. I need to keep as much of the weight as the muscle as I can and lose the fat. There was actually a bit where I had the muscle and not the fat, and also again small frame. It's really funny because I take my top off, like if I'm changing, and most of the time I'm not near a mirror, so I don't notice this. And then sometimes I'll be near a mirror, and I'll see myself and go, "Oh yeah, it looks like my head has been attached to a bodybuilder."
I love that look. There's a lot of guys who get that look when they get bulked up. I think it's hilarious. I love it.
It's particularly I didn't start working out until mid-30s.
Okay. How old are you?
Let's never talk about that again. I am clearly 25.
You could, yeah. I mean, you look it.
I'm not.
You're a coding vampire.
Oh yes. Yeah, no, I'm about a decade older than I look, is the answer.
Okay, good for you, man.
Well, it is and it isn't. It can be really super jarring sometimes. I will wake up and then there are days I wake up and I feel my age, and let's say I'm not in my 30s anymore. I'm not in my 30s anymore. Let's say that much.
Okay.
So I'll wake up and I'll feel it, and I'm just gonna and then I sit in front of
Like,
the camera and I pull up, calling someone, and my computer's going, "Hey, you look 25," and I'm just kind of stake me
my my
now.
my girlfriend is actually I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of us on the old Twitters, but she's 47.
I don't think I have. Hang on, I'm actually now curious. Hang on, we can solve this problem very quickly.
I don't know if I had. There's probably one up there if you scroll
I would hope
close.
so. I have a number of questions if there isn't.
Well, I do post a lot, so
You do, in hindsight, now flicking through your media. I do know that you do post a lot. Yes,
I feel like I retired from my job, and my new job
it's
is
tweeting stuff.
yeah, is tweeting stuff.
It,
There's one from
oh,
six
there you
days
go.
ago.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. But
And
yeah,
she does have days when she feels her age, although
well,
she might not look it.
I think we all do. Like it's kind of however good shape you are, and occasionally, like your knees are going to go. Are you aware you're not 21 anymore? Like, and like it can be highly relative. Like for my age, I think I'm in a lot better physical condition than many people my age. Like I reckon I have a lot less pain. But you do wear stuff out. Like it just you move something. It's a mechanical movement for 40 plus years. It has wear and tear, and you can eat well, and that really helps a lot. But there's a limit. There's a ultimate limit. So yeah, become vampire. Life tips.
Supplementation too. I think a lot of people get they just don't like the idea of taking supplements or taking pills in general. I think people get turned off by it, but I'm super big on like a lot of the pills that I take are just specifically for joint health. And those are what's gonna go first. For most people, their joints are gonna go first. So, and the only way to correct a lot of those problems is surgery, unfortunately. So I just, the reason I take so many pills is because I would like to avoid surgery for as long as possible.
So, welcome everyone to the somewhat unscheduled random health tips with Nick and Ross.
Hey.
You thought you were getting a cryptocurrency communication. You're not.
It's funny because you're like, I'm kind of fanboying over here. Like you're one of my your favorite coders.
Oh, thank
like,
you.
And I've been following you for a while now. I watch the streams. I'm sure you see me in the chat from time to time, and yeah. But it's cool to that you have interests that also kind of align with mine. Because a lot of the coding stuff goes completely over my head, but I love watching it.
And the thing that I have to say with the coding is everyone goes, how do you get this good? It's kind of 30 years experience.
Yeah.
2 degrees.
That'll happen.
And the other thing I would say, and it really helps getting senior and being comfortable saying this, like I spend a lot of my day going, I have no idea what the hell this does. Like
I've seen you like on stream, like you get to a point and you're like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the stream is actually not so bad, but the new day job, like everything is so new, and I spent today reading 6 different design documents and going like, there's so much as presumed knowledge, because they're going, oh yes, this builds on this system, which replaces this system, which replaces this system. And they expect the reader remembers this system from 2005 that no one knows about. And so they go, oh yeah, so this string is X. And of course, you're completely familiar with. I'm just kind of, I got nothing.
How long have you been there?
5 months.
Oh, so this is very new.
It is going well. It is going well. I'm trying to think what I can actually say how well it's going. It's going well. Is all I can say right now. I'm also loving things like the giant list of perks. And there's crazy moments like looking at the food menu for lunch and you go, oh yes, I'll have the octopus. Doesn't happen.
Is that an option?
It isn't very often, but they occasionally do get octopus in. I think they had an octopus salad recently. I was a bit, seriously?
Wow.
A little bit. Yeah.
And you're in London, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's so? It sounds like you're at an office there, no?
Yes, so I go into the office 3 days a week. In no small so I have done, yeah, there's no good way of saying this. I have done the pandemic living alone. This has been zero fun. So going into the office really helps. Like, I need to get out of these four walls more often, and it's really, really good. Just getting in 3 days a week. Like, I hate having to commute because it's a massive waste of my time, but it's so much better for my mental health to get out of the office.
That was, interestingly,
Out of the office.
I told you, I was doing the diet and everything for Dogecoin Rise. That was one of the first things I asked him, because people think about men and especially like I don't know what TRT or testosterone therapy, especially as you get older into your 40s, it kind of flatlines. And with 2020, with everything that happened, just so many guys dealt with mental health issues, and nobody wanted to talk about it or say anything. And especially guys who had been going into an office and seeing people for years and years and years, all of a sudden they're home and alone. And you'd be surprised how much of that, a lot of that has to do with your hormonal balance. And if your testosterone is low, on top of not having face-to-face communication with people, on top of there being a massive societal collapse
Apocalypse.
and no toilet paper anywhere,
And this is the crazy thing. People go, "How are you doing?" And occasionally I go, "There's a pandemic."
yeah,
And they go,
not
"Oh
great.
yeah." Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I always recommend when people reach out to me for health and training advice. One of the first questions I ask people is like, what's their mental health like? Steven just texted me.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he is alive.
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell Chad that we hadn't heard from him, but we just kind of gave that away. So
Yeah. We'll see what he wants to do.
we can probably still hop over it, or we just add him into the call. Like,
Yeah.
Stephen, we've gone YOLO live.
I like going YOLO live.
But yeah, going into the office, that's really helping. I think, so this week I've actually got a couple of events coming up over 2 weekends, so I'm probably actually going to stay home. But then I've got big events coming up. I was going to say, do you mind if I yell something out of the way? It's my stream. I can call out sponsored events.
Yeah, of course. No, Ross.
No, how dare you call out sponsored things in your own stream? So Art Battle London is happening on Thursday, and Dogecoin is sponsoring that. So I'm going to be helping out with that a bit. Well, I say helping out. I mostly mean attending and going hi. Because my friend who's running it went, "Can you turn over this time?" I was like, no, I really can't. I looked at my calendar and I'm already quadruple booked. Sorry. But yeah, that's a big thing coming up this weekend. And then I got another event coming up the weekend after. So possibly a little bit. So Josh has asked, can I enable Super Chat? Unfortunately, I can't, and this is probably a really good reason to move to Steven's channel, actually, is I'm currently too new a YouTuber to have any of the monetization stuff activated. So it's actually a good point. You're like, we should probably hop to Steven's because we'll get all the buttons and stuff, and that probably is going to make more sense.
I was going to point out too, you don't have your I tried to super chat you on Twitch the other day, and I had to do it in bits.
Well, so you can get messages highlighted, but bits is kind of the working option. Praris asks, where did you get the hat? I keep forgetting this one. Oh yeah, Christie's of London. Although the current list price for it is about twice what I paid, so it wasn't as bad as it's currently listed. Although I don't know if I got a sale or just I was really lucky, or I can't remember. Maybe I got an end of line one. I just remember going, "Oh, is this much?" and thinking that was a lot. And then I looked at the website recently. It was a bit, how much? Because I kind of need to have a spare just in case.
So Steven just texted me. He said he will be ready in 10 minutes if we want to switch over to his channel.
I think switching over 10 minutes. So yeah, chat, we'll see you in Stevens in 10. We'll be here for another 9. I may use the intervening 60 seconds to get tea. Might make it 8 minutes.
That's a wise idea.
Well, I just run out, unfortunately. So I might make it 8 minutes here, and then I can run to the kitchen, boil the kettle.
Oh, he's got that intro that runs about 4 minutes, so you've got time. And I think I'm going to redo mine as well because I was drinking Twinnings, and I think I might switch over.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to think what else were you halfway through? Oh yeah, so 2022 or even 2021 should be the year of Ross losing weight and getting all this muscle he's now built up visible. I was going to get in shape for Halloween. It is now November, so that's not really worked out for me.
Well, you can always, plan for next year.
Halloween 2022. I like it. Yeah.
That art battle, I was just looking at it. Looks super cool. It's so funny. Because I went to college for art. And I ended up going into transportation logistics as a career. But now that, I am retired, I do plan on getting back into art as soon as my girlfriend and I were buying a house out in the country. I don't have any room in here to paint at the moment, but yeah, once we get our new place, I'm gonna start painting again.
So it's just also still Stephen just messaging me and go, oh yeah, it's fine. Like, kind of glad you're alive.
Oh, did you just message him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I need to move actually as well. Although I'm probably going to downsize weirdly. So it was really nice having a little bit extra room during the pandemic. But London rental prices are crazy. Like, it's an insane amount of money to be spending per month.
You were looking at a property, or maybe it's where you live now. I might have got this confused. I was watching one of your streams, and you were looking at a property that had like a bunker in it from World War II. Was that you?
I believe I was looking at that. Yes, I was not looking to buy it. I was deeply amused by it.
Super cool.
I mean, like, if I had the money, yes, I'd have bought it. I haven't made it to Doge Millionaire yet, between one thing and another. But yeah, I like the idea of the parties I could throw in the bunker. Like, I'm having a house party in my bunker, and the people would be kind of like, it's gonna get you the right crowd. Like, people are gonna be kind of,
oh yeah,
what the hell, and not turn up, or hell yes, I'll bring the whiskey. It's gonna be 50-50 on that one. I once looked at living in, definitely not a crypt, but it was a building in a graveyard underground.
What?
Right?
Okay. If that ever does happen, you gotta get the maniacal laugh going on. And
oh yeah, this is getting replaced by some sort of Frankenstein in the background. Kind of,
yeah.
Welcome to my crypt. I can't do that too loudly. It is late.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's so many. I'm in Chicago. I'm in the burbs outside of the city, but there's so much cool architecture. Frank Lloyd Wright designed a lot of homes and like businesses and houses around here. I've always wanted to go. My brother actually just went to Ireland with my dad for a while. And I've always wanted to go to England, and just like the architecture there is just so cool. There's so many like old stone, just really cool old buildings. I love that stuff.
Go to Edinburgh. Definitely Edinburgh.
Oh.
So London has a lot of cool stuff. But the core of London is quite new buildings a lot of the time. It's got quite big buildings, very, very cool architecture. And if you're into modern styles, very cool to look over at night. But Edinburgh has an insane selection. Just type Edinburgh into Google image search and just look at what comes up. It's incredible. It's definitely one of the places I would retire to. I'm just thinking time-wise, should we probably wrap up this one, get more tea, and then hopefully catch up on Steven's channel in about 5-10 minutes?
That sounds like a perfect plan.
Cool. I will see you back in the Discord chat.
All right. I'll see you over there, Ross.
Okay, to my chat, we will tweet you the link when it's up and running. It should be 5-10 minutes, depending how well this goes. See you soon.
Later, guys.
Bye. I can't find